Noble had been AFKing on his island for weeks. He was so confused that he didn't even realize that his potato leaderboard spot had already been taken. So I went in front of him.
All he knows is these Toro cows with the same name keep showing up all the time. He has no idea why. He hasn't thought about the potatoes in months.
Squid Kid also, I just think it's hilarious that you go with, like, okay, I'm going to place bet. Anytime they make Squid Kid knows.
He has to know it.
No.
Acknowledge your defeat, Squid Kid.
One final time. What do you want? Why are you doing this? Your potato rank 1 spot is now mine.
Algum dia as crianças vão poder ser crianças de novo.
He's checking. He's checking.
Fred pode tirar a chave. Você viu que tá aí?
Em algum lugar da rua.
Oh, serious.
Tudo bem. Fiquem aqui. Antes de começar, preciso que vocês
You ruined my life. LOL.
ver se encontro uma posição para tirar.
Cuidado.
Squid. Squid, I found a problem.
Oh, he said I'm not in school.
Fuck. Get over it. Squid. Squid, get over it. This sign, it has the wrong Squid, we're all I've seen for cyberbullied him.
Damn.
Really hope it's not
Had to be done. And let me just there's no chance. I even got 23 minion slots just to bury any hope he had. This spot is mine, and that's the story of how I became #1 on the potato leaderboards, and we lived happily ever after. All the loose ends finally tied together.
Yeah.
Well, except for one thing. Oh god, there's another one. There's another Jerry. And he's
It's so creepy.
there's another one.
Why is he bouncing?
The water. Oh, there's another one out there. I don't understand. What do you want? What do you want? There's another Jerry on the bridge.
Until Squid Kid
I'm surrounded. I don't understand.
If Squid Kid wasn't about to live that down.
So, jump to part 2 of the potato war.
Farming potatoes by hand when a man visited my island. Why? Didn't you already win the potato war? And if things end up like this, we've got to go back to November. When I dethroned Kid and
They into the cold potato war? He thinks the boiled potato war?
Skyblock, I went to his island and laughed at him for half an hour. Then my co-op member showed up, and we all started laughing at him. It was not a good day for
That sucks.
He updated it.
Changed it. That's what his art's amazing. How do they do that?
He left. Squid warned me that he wasn't giving up on Great Potato. So I uploaded to Great Potato Wars. But in the days after that, nothing. It's been so long for it to become #1. Now that I had done it, I didn't feel anything at all. I had no idea what to do with myself. I mean, the video did all right, but not nearly enough to justify the time I had spent. So many people started using potato minions that the price of potatoes dropped 30% in the auction house. My plans to become rich had failed both in-game and in real life.
Wait. Look, that means that there is an actual economy.
Yeah. Most games do have that. They're like,
That's so
I think
cool.
that's what would happen.
That's wild. So, like, technically, jump it, but then his influence is so massive that it's
Saturated the market. Everybody start making potatoes.
But when I visited Squid Kid's island 3 days later, what I found shocked me. He had 23 minion slots. Some people criticize me for violating Sun Tzu's most basic tenet. Whatever you do, don't reveal all your techniques.
Yeah.
You moron. Potato War was already overheaded and baseless. Between my 3 extra minion slots, most of Squid's minions not being max level, and the price of Catalyst skyrocketed due to needing the same materials as a new quest, Squid Kid would need almost 100 million coins to catch up. And I knew for a fact he was broke. I decided to do so investigative journalism. I'd seen a new sign on I'd seen a new sign on Squid's Island advertising his new guild, so I did what any normal person would do and bought another alt account, and then I infiltrated the guild. But what I found my worst fears, people were helping Squids. I'd signed pulling Squid too hard. People had seen the video, felt bad, and gone to his island and him.
I mean, he did roast that squid. He roasted that squid up like Japanese.
To make more slots, or in some cases, just paying millions of coins, all with the express purpose of them being once. Complain about other people getting free stuff, but watch this tens of millions get given to my arch nemesis. My own viewers, it was a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Even stronger than my own, my worst fears.
Like, that's you, just so you know. You was watching this.
Feel guilty. Feel guilty. Yeah. Feel guilty.
If I wanted to be once more, I consulted the wisdom of Oops. Land is impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. I couldn't let Squid learn of my plans, so I boarded up the Potato Dome. I hired goons and swore them to secrecy. I knew blinders in my actions, so I started an SMP series to throw them off the trail. And like that, I began my plan. I knew there was only one way to defeat Squid once and for all, by building a farm so powerful it reached the theoretical potato limit. And to do that, I would have to do something no solo player had ever done before. Unlock the 24th minion slot. It wasn't known to be.
You know what's kind of crazy is I feel like they've kind of just become corporations.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like the Potato War, they were like individual farmers,
And
and
Cobra's Pepsi.
it really does feel like
Except Cobra Pepsi are ultimately owned by the same people.
Fortunately, I'd already reached 100 million coins by selling potatoes before prices had fallen. I paid my goons to start gathering the resources we needed, whether that was by purchasing directly from NPCs.
How do you feel if you were in this Spelltopia map and he calls you a goon?
actually kind of I like that word.
Or the auction house 24/7. In the meantime, I headed to the Spider's Den, where I bought tier 4 tarantulas until I reached Spider Slayer 5, unlocking the tarantula minion, which gave several new minion crafts. Progress was steady, but we soon encountered an obstacle. Enchanted Mud. It was such a useless item that even if you had the money to pay for it, nobody was selling it on the auction house. I had to go on a manhunt to find someone who was actually using sheep minions so I could trade for it directly. This guy says he has some enchanted button for me. Wait, you're not pulling a Foogle, are you? It's some enchanted sugar canes. Pleasure doing business with Foogle. It took 3 days and over 80 million coins. But we finally got all the materials we need to craft. Just look at this. It's beautiful. It's so organized. These are enough to make 50 unique crafts. And then we'll have 24 minion slots. So we're just gonna speed up the crafting.
Oh my goodness.
45 minutes? What the hell?
To edit?
Just to edit it?
24th minion was up, and my farm was now producing 1 million.
That's legendary 24th. Do you think he remembers which one it is once he leaves and comes back? You're like, he's worth way more than all the rest, but I can't remember which one.
Also, he's still doing little crystal things every day, and he gets stuff done because they're temporary.
Sounds like more work than a job.
67,000 potatoes per day. I now had the maximum number of minions, but if I wanted to make the greatest possible potato farm, there was still one upgrade I needed to get. An upgrade even dumber than all these past upgrades combined. Unfortunately, the website I used to stock Squid's auction bids revealed that he was already working on it. I had no other choice. I once said that the most useless item in the game is a minion expander, but that was before I learned about the Flycatcher. The Flycatcher is an upgrade which increased minion speed by 10%, 5% of the minion expanders I was currently using. Oh, but Technoblade, that sounds great. Wrong. You would not believe how difficult it is to make a flycatcher. First, you need a fly swatter, which drops from less than 1% of high-level tarantula bosses, and then you need over 10 million coins worth of tarantula silks. Give you guys a quick visual of how many materials we're going to need. Some of this, a little bit of this too, some of this, that,
Reach one.
a little bit of that. And then we combine all of that together, we can make one flycatcher. It was a demon attack, but I knew we had to start immediately. I'd been stalking Squid Kid's Twitter, so I knew he was a college student. It was late November. Exam season, Squid Kid.
And he could be a prodigy. Maybe he's a prodigy.
How is he putting all this effort into it?
He's a prodigy. You don't know when Squids go to college. Like, you don't know the Mark Florida Aquatic College.
We did as many flycatchers as we could before winter break. I once more gathered my goons and worked to acquire the needed materials. My main problem was money. I still had a few tens of millions of coins left over, but if I wanted 24 flycatchers, that wasn't close to enough. Fortunately, the Potato Dome was making over 3 million coins per day, not including the cost of buying catalyst, which was not an issue for me. I flexed on all of you with my chest full of catalyst. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I was holding back. One of the things I did to raise money was grind candy during spooky festivals, which is how I unlocked the skeleton horse pet, which was a huge flex back in November, and now nobody cares at all. But the important thing about the skeleton horse pet is that there's actually a bug that most people don't know about. The skeleton horse can trample crops on other people's islands.
Oh no.
Just kidding. I'd never do something like that, because I'm a good person. It turns out so the people visited my island formed an orderly queue to wait their turn to break into the dome. This community is the worst. Getting tarantula silk was taking weeks, but getting the fly swatters was actually quite easy. Sure, it's an incredibly rare boss drop, but the thing is it's only useful for making flycatchers, an item which literally only 2 people on the server wrote, which is how the account ended up in a bidding war with Squid Kid. Why did he send me a party invite? Now he's in the guild chat on the tear. And I've been kicked. The people breaking into the dome have now started a potato cult. I don't know how to feel about this. And then 5 weeks of constant grinding, but on Christmas Eve, we finally had 24 flycatchers. This was largely thanks to this man who used his expert business skills to outsource the work to dozens of Skyblock drivers, ultimately contributing 3,000 stacks of tarantula webs, for which I paid over 100 million coins. He's finally done.
I wonder what a coin is worth in, like, US dollars. I mean, if there's an economy, there is value.
Yeah.
So there has to be a value to a coin. So how much money did Techno spend in in-game currency on this video? US dollars. This is insane.
It's the strongest possible potato farm, producing 1,129,000 potatoes per day. Unfortunately, Squid's aren't blacking off either, and 2 weeks later, P2 had the strongest theoretical potato farm. Now the only way for him to catch up would be to farm potatoes by hand, and he had already started. I spent 10 hours constructing a gigantic potato farm covering over 21,000 blocks. For the next part of my plan, I went to Pigacle. Yeah, this is mine.
Rob it, sell it.
Devem ser só alguns quilômetros.
Tá pronto para ver seu irmão?
Estou pronto para chegar.
Tá nervoso?
Não sei o que sinto.
I'll just be taking this. Oh, this is good. I've been pretty broke recently. If you're wondering why I borrowed one of the strongest weapons in the game, it's because the Reaper Scythe has an ability that's crucial for farming potatoes. Now that I had it, I could finally... My farm is finally complete, and it only takes 85 minutes to replant. I made an AFK machine on my island, so planted potatoes would keep growing even when I wasn't online. For a few days in January, there was a bug affecting a lot of farming minions. Potato minions were only making 33% the potatoes they were supposed to. Like any normal person, I immediately asked myself, how can I use this information to destroy my enemies? Hey, Squid, notice anything about your minions lately? Yeah? So long that I began to question my sanity. I knew it was bad when one time, after finishing planting potatoes, I took a nap. And when I woke up, I had no idea how long I'd been asleep. But But when I checked my farm, I instantly knew, these potatoes have been growing for 3.5 hours. Shut up, I don't have a problem. Overall,
I'm in takes potatoes.
Vamos continuar.
million potatoes by hand. In that same time, I farmed over 5 million. I had to replant this entire field 19 times. Every day I monitored Squid's live streams on Twitch to the point where I amassed 9,000 chickens.
Squid's on Twitch. Get back to me at this point.
Points. I made sure to burn potatoes whenever he was live to demoralize him.
Potatoes, too? We're gonna go check. This dude has a mental illness.
This time,
Squid. See? On this.
One and the number two potato farmers going back and forth telling each other that they're crazy. It's like looking in the mirror and being like, "You're an idiot. Why are you doing so much about potatoes? Bitch, you're both spending like 200 hours a week in doing potatoes. You can't criticize each other." Hours a week in doing potatoes. You can't criticize each other. You're doing the same thing.
the hope draining from his voice.
I just can't believe how much he's farming. We need Minecraft Mondays to come back.
At this point, I was pretty confident in potato work, but the problem is I had no idea how large my lead was. I can see my own potato count and what rank I am, but Squid has disabled the API
You
server
both have very unique
They
voices.
really do, right?
Yeah.
that allows other people to see exactly how many potatoes he's at. Little does he know, I have spent the last 4 months meticulously updating a spreadsheet of our potato counts, which I did by crawling through his farm and timing each of his minions with a stopwatch every day to calculate his exact potato output. Based on the math, I should be about 22 million.
Sure, what's make sure
Já sei. Suba na
Sit
mão.
down.
Imagine if you put this much time, energy, effort,
into like a business.
or,
Like in real life.
I mean, anything else. Literally anything else.
200 hours of farming by hand to catch up. At that point, I thought the potato war was truly over. But everything changed with the pet update. The first change is that flycatchers got buffed to plus 20%,
Yay.
increase in my potato farm's yield to 1,231,000 potatoes per day. Of course, the main part of the pet update was the pets themselves. I immediately started looking for a pet that would help me win the war. Unfortunately, none of the pets seemed to gear towards potato farming. The best option I could find was a rabbit.
The moment you get speaking, that's what we all were planning for.
Right.
And that ups potato production.
I feel like I think rabbits should decrease it. Won't they eat the potatoes?
Honestly, really any pet except for, like, I don't know, an Irish farm pet. Maybe a leprechaun could up potato production.
What about bees?
Wait, you don't have leprechaun pets?
That
You
became
never
a
had a
small
leprechaun
boost to your
pet?
farming experience. A higher farming level gives you a small chance to get extra potatoes when you farm them by hand. So I figured the rabbit pet would probably help me farm potatoes maybe 1% faster. Let's see, I think it works, but we want legendary sleep.
Sim.
It turned out rabbit pets had a secret third ability that only legendary variants had, which increased the speed of farming minions by up to 30%. And Squid had no idea it existed. I had to level up my rabbit as fast as possible, and since pet experience is based on skill experience, I decided to grind alchemy. You see, alchemy is the rich man's skill, alright? If you have the money to burn on expensive ingredients, you can level up insanely quickly. And this was almost 2 months after I'd finished spending all my money on flycatchers. I had money to burn. I spent so many hours brewing potions that I ended up ranked 4th globally in alchemy. You want to know what level my rabbit is today? 96. It's not even max experience requirement. It's
Quantas
ridiculous.
vezes fala
Should
sobre
she try to be number one
as
in
coisas
the
acontecem?
Potatoes
And
are
in that
like
time, Squid's suspicion to level up his epic squid pet. It wasn't until 4 days after the update that he learned about the legendary rabbit and got one of his own. But it was too late. His pet sucks. It's level like 65 or something. Thanks to the rabbit pet, my minions now produce 1,586,000 potatoes.
all because of a rabbit.
But then
All
why
because
was
of
all
a
the
rabbit.
potatoes?
It's difficult to calculate exactly what my potato lead is right now because the rabbit pet only works when you're online. But the pet update has definitely pushed it to at least 25 million. Since the war began, I have farmed up.
Why would you ever log out?
I don't know. Maybe since the rules.
158 million potatoes, which in hot potato books is over 6,000. I was in this spot. One last thing I'd like to mention. While I was stalking Squid on my ult, the entire lobby was just piling on him in the chat. They were just hating on him. You See, after the first Potato War video, Squid got 40,000 subscribers in the YouTube rank, and ever since then he's been getting paid because, oh my god, he just got YouTube rank because of Technoblade, it's all luck, he sucks. I just like to take a moment to defend Squid Kid and say it's not all luck. I mean, luck was obviously a big factor, nobody's denying that, but the thing is, most opportunities are created by luck. It takes skill to grasp those opportunities and turn it into success. The original Potato War video would have been so much less funny if Squid wasn't #1 and it was just some random boring guy. Now I talk he's an adult. He doesn't care at all, but I care, alright? So if you see Squid in a lobby, say something nice to him. Compliment his hair or something. Because he's been dealing with cringe hate for too long, man. We got
why would you go and hate on somebody else? I don't understand that. Like, they're both stupid and crazy, but they're both funny and awesome at the same time.
It happens a lot that, like,
Brilliant.
whoever #2 is at something in the world gets clowned on a lot by people who do not even register as anything significant ever in anything like
Go
ever.
for Squid Kids.
Yeah, like, I feel like
Go for Techno.
they rolled with it and everything. I don't know.
It's an opportunity. They took advantage of it, and they're playing off of it, and good for them. It's hilarious. It's entertaining.
It's the same thing that happens though when like boxers or MMA fighters get knocked out, and you're like, okay, well this dude is probably like one of the baddest people on the planet, like top 10 badasses on the planet, and you like have it, you're like on your couch, you have it, and you're like, doesn't wig on. Being like, what a loser! And you're like, this wig could turn you into something.
Não sabíamos que o lugar estava ocupado. Só estamos tentando passar.
God help. That being said, if Squid Kid wants me to take my potato rank, he'd better go farm for 1,000,000 years. I ain't even dude. You think I've been insane in this video? Wrong. There's actually so many techniques and strategies that I can't even put in this video because he hasn't discovered them yet. I'm keeping them in reserve. This man's been playing checkers while I've been farming potatoes. It's true.
That's nuts. I can't believe that there's another one.
Como
Here's
você tá vendo?
discovered. Yeah, that's. He's really following this. He's already bored here.
He really is.
Alarme
There's
global!
no
Sou
information
amigo.
on video.
Estamos sofrendo ataques.
Except for
Tá
techno.
tranquilo. O que você está fazendo
This
aqui?
doesn't apply to
It doesn't need to reach individuals.
Conseguimos fazer funcionar.
Yeah,
Mas uma das
agree with
turbinas...
that. That's
Temos
I was going
eletricidade.
to.
My name is Technoblade, and I'm the fastest Skyblock player alive. To the outside world, I'm an ordinary Minecraft
Vocês têm que
YouTuber, but
levar.
secretly, I've spent the last year fighting to maintain my spot as the #1 potato farmer.
Desculpa, por favor.
Opposing me is Squid Kid, the former rank #1, a man whose obsession with potatoes is rivaled only by mine. In my last video, I talked about how the newly added Rabbit Pet could, at its highest level, increase the amount of potatoes my minions made by 30%, but I knew Squid would watch my video to find out my tactics, so I left out a few of the finer details. You see, the boost from Rabbit Pets isn't the same as Flycatchers or Catalyst. You have to be there, on the island, for the boost to take effect. Once you log off or go to somewhere else in Skyblock, that boost is gone until you come back. But while I was experimenting with the Rabbit Pet, I learned a few interesting facts about how the boost works. For instance, Rabbit Pets can boost other people's minions if they're visiting their islands as a guest. But minions can only get boosted by one rabbit at a time, so you can't just get 20 accounts with Rabbit Pets or permanent potatoes. But the third thing I found was the most interesting, and this is what Squid Kid didn't know. If there's multiple Rabbit Pets on the same island, which one boosts the minions? You'd think it'd be the strongest one, but it's not. If there's multiple rabbits, the minions will be boosted by the one belonging to whoever's been on the island the longest. So, hypothetically speaking, if someone went to their island with their level 100 rabbit when someone was already there with a level 1 one, they wouldn't get their rabbits 30% boost. They'd get the level 1 0.1. Did you know that Squid Kid's Island is still open to visitors? Yeah, that's right. We're doing this again. So I bought a new Minecraft account, slapped a level 1 legendary rabbit pet onto it, and shipped it off to Squid Kid's AFK pool. So I had to maintain absolute secrecy. I didn't even tell my goons about this, because I knew once Squid got wind of this, it would be trivially easy for him to prevent it. I waited
That's sabotage is demented. That's crazy.
the day I released the second Potato War video to start. After that video, tourists flocked to Squid Kid's Island to see it for themselves. My ult blended right in. Every day my ult would sit there in Squid Kid's AFK pool to maintain rabbit priority. In fact, it usually is a rabbit pet you activated during the day.
It has the same eyes. It has the same eyes as Techno's character.
That looks like Bart.
Oh, he should have known. He should have known. Look at those are Technoblade's eyes.
So
It looks like Techno in disguise.
It looks like Bart.
Out to keep priority. And since the rabbit was deactivated, if Squid checked his minions during the day, he'd find nothing wrong with them. But every night around 2 a.m., Squid would leave his account AFK and go to bed. and that's when I'd strike, override his rabbit pet boost for the rest of the night. And yes, I memorized Squid's sleeping schedule to pull us off. I mean, at this point, how is that even a question? Of course I did, but unfortunately, complications soon arose. Squid and I had both been rushing to get our rabbits to level 100. I had a pretty heavy load. I figured it'd take Squid several more weeks to get his there, but unfortunately, an unknown third party got there first and sold his level 100 legendary rabbit directly to Squid. Of course, he didn't forget to brag about this victory on stream.
Oh my, oh my. You know who doesn't have a level 100 pet? Yikes, he has a level 99 rabbit. It's only level 99.
You know that while he was flexing on stream, my ult was right there on his island, overriding his level 100 bonus. Stop there, you see, Squid got an alt account to AFK with his rabbit pet on his island while he was doing other things. And since the alt account had no reason to ever leave his island, it became much harder to keep control of pet priority. And sometimes when I had priority, he'd end up kicking everyone from his island because it was too full for his alt account to join, meaning I lost priority for the rest of the day. I was going to counter this by spending $30 to buy his alt MVP++, since that rank can bypass guested limits, but unfortunately, on March 20th, my alt was kicked and Squid's Island was closed forever. The jig was up. But by that point, I'd already achieved my objective. The 2 weeks it took him to realize what was going on cost him about 2 million potatoes.
That's insane.
I'm pretty sure I lost a few fans over the rabbit pet because everyone would just be hanging out. They'd just be chilling on my island with their level 30 rabbits activated. Now I'd come see that. I don't care if it's intentional or not. They're sabotaging my potatoes. So I'd kick them out of my island to get priority back. And then they'd come back 10 seconds later like, why did you kick me back to life? I'm my favorite YouTuber.
And they couldn't tell him. Oh, he couldn't tell them, right?
There's no reason.
You couldn't tell them the reason.
Relax. It's not a big deal. I have a really good reason. I can't tell you because it's a secret.
My girlfriend goes to a school in Canada.
It's because you hate me specifically. I'll just go leave forever. Wait, come back. No. So Squid closed his island, which meant I couldn't sabotage him anymore. But what if I told you that was also part of my master plan? You ever noticed how my island has been open to visitors during the potato war? In the last video I explained, I made an AFK machine on my island so planted potatoes would keep growing even when I wasn't online. I was actually using the advanced technique there called why. This little the AFK poll is from November. I didn't even build the manual farm until January. You might recall from the first potato war video that minions behave differently depending on whether there's people on the island or not. Because if no one's on the island, Pixel's not going to waste resources keeping that server online, so they're going to close the server. And then when you come back, they're going to go, oh, well, it's been 7 hours. It's going to run a calculation to give you 7 hours worth of stuff. But as you've seen before, that calculation isn't perfect. So I made an experiment, and in the experiment, I found that when someone's on my island, I get 10% more potatoes. So there was only one thing boosting my minions by 10%. The farm crystal is an external bug, so it's not included in the offline calculation. So if there's at least one person on my island and Squid's island is empty, I'd get 10% more potatoes. Now it was easy to get people AFK on my island. What was difficult was getting people off on Squid's island. You see, even months after the first potato war video came out, when the initial hype was starting to die down a bit, there would be at least one of my island viewers AFK on Squid's island every night, you know, as a joke. Sometimes I would be on Squid's island and hold the account and see someone say in the chat, go AFK, nobody with the potato work. No, dude, please, he fixed that months ago. It doesn't hurt them anymore. They'd be like, jump in and AFK all wicked getting boosted by my own viewers, and there was nothing I could do to stop them. What was I going to do? Announce that AFK and help them, then even more people would AFK. I realized that the only way to stop this from happening would be to get Squid to close his own island to visitors, without it realizing that that's what I wanted all along. It took 4 long months, but it finally happened. But anyway, back to
It's just like the 48 miles an hour. It's like BitSmart. Something like BitSmart didn't care about like China to Germany and just cared about Skyblock. Like what the hell?
So Squid says he closed his island. Someone filled his potion system with rookie X. A common troll method in Skyblock is to fill people's inventories with useless items like boats. But the rookie X is even worse for players like Squid Kid who use the Skyblock add-ons. Because the feature which makes it very difficult to drop tools out of your inventory. The point is to stop people from accidentally dropping weapons worth millions of gold, but it also applies to the rookie X sold in shops for 12 coins. So So basically, someone dumping a ton of rookie access into your hopper system is the worst thing someone can do to you in Skyblock. Now, I've always been interested in psychology. In fact, I almost majored in it. So after 6 months of talking Squid Kid, I developed a bit of a psychological profile of this man. I know how he thinks. When I saw this tweet, I instantly knew that this man was lying. Now, don't get me wrong, I completely believe that somebody dropped rookie access into his hopper system. Because it was me. But that's not
You have to watch a Technoblade for minutes, even hours. We developed a little bit of a profile of this man. We know how he thinks, we know how he talks. We know what he makes, and I knew because I did major in psychology. I knew it.
Besides, after all, I'd been dropping rookies his hoppers for weeks when he said that to me 8 minutes after he kicked my ult. So I get to think, Squid lie about that. I realize Squid knows I monitor his tweets, but what he doesn't know is that that was my ult account. From his perspective, that could have been some random guy with a rabbit. And if that was the case, I'd have no idea rabbits could be used that way. As such, him lying in that tweet could only mean one thing. He's about to sabotage me. I took a snake out of my island, and guess what I found a few hours later? A brand new Skyblock account AFKing with a level 1 legendary rabbit. Before he even joined my island, but I wanted to catch him in the act because I'm always getting comments saying, "Oh my god, Technoblade, why are you so mean to Squid?" They don't understand. This is war. There's no holding back. I know that, and Squid knows that. The only difference is that I'm 20 steps ahead. He's playing Skyblock while I'm playing Death Note. He thinks he can outsmart me with my own strategies because he has yet to realize that he is but a puppet, and I, the puppeteer, Potato Boy.
Vai, me conta.
So anyways, I got on my secret alt account and then sent his secret alt account a party invitation. And then I DM'd him on Discord, "Yo dude, accept my invite."
Que acabariam com vários Eu
I
também
got on my secret alt account and then sent his secret alt account a party invitation. And then I DM'd him on Discord, "Yo dude, accept my invite."
Acredito. Por que, Feliciano?
It's like we had a lovely conversation. And then I banned him from my island. Get out of here. He tried again with another account a few days later. I don't have any proof that this account is him, but look at that username, Stinky Bozo. That's a pretty unusual word. In fact, I've only heard one person say it.
Bozo. You are a bozo. Bozo. Nice one, Bozo.
You're all from the same day.
Minha causa. O que
Yeah,
você
that's
tá
right.
pedindo
Get
não é
out
tão
of here.
fácil
I did
assim.
eventually close my island, but not before I
Pede
made
pra
sure
Maria mandar alguns dos seus amiguinhos
After that, I
todos
moved
ali.
to the next phase of my master
Tome, eu
plan.
preciso
If I
disso.
wanted to farm more potatoes, I'd have to start farming pumpkins. But wait a minute, Technoblade, that's a
Não deixe me entrar no prédio.
that's true. Whatever.
Tome,
Speed, we could farm potatoes by hand, but more crops as you level up, so I decided to grind it to the highest level. I did the math and found that farming potatoes is so incredibly inefficient leveling up farmers that it was actually more worthwhile to build a whole pumpkin farm. I began the construction of a pumpkin farm large enough that by the time they finished farming it is full, the pumpkins at the beginning would have already reached them. I don't even want to tell you how long it took to build this. And so I began farming day after day. At times I farmed for so long without break that when people watched it thought I was bought and working
Well, he does.
He began farming pumpkins himself, but he only saw the surface level of what I was doing. You see, I wasn't just leveling up my farming skill, I was also leveling up multiple legendary races. The reason I wanted to stop people from AFK on Squid's Island, even after he started AFK himself. And it's because it's almost impossible for one man to AFK every hour of the day, because servers restart. The game can update, your internet can go to sleep or doing something else, but you miss out on those bonuses until you get back. Even the most dedicated individual might only average 20 hours of AFK coverage per day, and those who without the random magic particles, 100,000 potatoes. So today, I got multiple.
I feel like you're watching a case study on in a business class. Hey, this is
Some levels of self and others produced for tens of millions of coins and then distributed them to goons. So the first time I said I would so I killed them. And goon with a Discord bot that automatically pinged them within 5 seconds. One of them log into the island themselves. Selling on it. After a few weeks, we both reached apartment level 50. I made out an update, chatted on Notre Dames. The elephant hadn't hit its highest level getting reached. Like 5% really above the data. Be bad news since it allows something to catch up that. But the reason farming potatoes by hand is so inefficient is because when you break potatoes, they don't grow back. So the time you spend on improvement is spent replanting the potatoes. Squidkid and his viewers spent many hours trying to find a workaround to this, even building an elaborate redstone machine in an attempt to somewhat automate replanting. But in the end, they failed to find a better method.
Why is it so slow? It takes forever.
What if I told you I found a way? You see, back in January, I had an idea. What if I had the mini...
So this is an example of technological solution.
At the time, this wasn't practical. One, I didn't have enough farming bonuses for we were sacrificed on Minions' normal output, but this was solved when I got potato minions simply too slow. But since then they've bugged flycatchers, foul flesh, a new fuel source would bust minions by 90%. Even then, the potato minions weren't quite fast enough to keep up. But I thought to myself, if they're only going to be planted, they don't need to waste an upgrade slot on the super compactor. So I spent another 250 million coins to get 48 total flycatchers. When I both started farming potatoes with his method, we get about 200,000 potatoes per year. Double flycatchers, even if themselves could get 410,000 potatoes per year. The next 3 weeks, squid carcass every day, just at the same time.
What are the odds he's farming right now? My rates I mentioned was the same thing that says 130% faster. Probably wrong.
In this time, I can these potatoes, but at this point, Squid and I had been farming potatoes for almost a year, and we were still farming potatoes, which was like, nice, this is what we wanted this to continue. So
When you look back at it, you're like, you know what, it's funny to take like 5 Did you do any
Esse foi o último. Pegar as garotas. Estou atrás de você. Correndo,
insane. He was surprised with the winner. I was only at 300. But I figured I had this in the bag. I mean, I've been trying to find potato tank. For his hand take by having the Discord. So I get 35 billion potato lead in the first visit twice as fast as his own. What could possibly go wrong? June 6th, things go very wrong. It's just a small update with a few quality changes. You know, like replants crops and an item which automatically compacts items in your inventory so you don't have to spend time on that. Just so happened to buff Squid's farming method from 200,000 potatoes to 1.2 million. And my farming method becomes worthless. Other than my 45 billion potato lead goes from insurmountable to yes, we can farm that in a couple days. It starts putting in crazy hours.
If I do 12 hours a day, can he keep up? Absolutely not. We'll say technically never dies.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here in shambles. I would...
What?
12 hours. I hope he's making so much money. I hope he's both of them. I hope they just make.
And then on weekends, but your eyes will be
It's such a mom.
I was out here with my lab coat on, doing the science, coming up with new, never-before-seen potato farming techniques, and this man just goes, Adams, please, replanting is too hard, and they buff his farming method 6-fold. 8 months of plotting and scheming just to fail in the final stretch.
Squid used to have real people skills and connections to convince the people who control the server. He basically prayed to the gods and asked for divine intervention.
Acabei de
The
vê-la
gods
toda daqui a
said
cavalo.
yes.
Volta pra dentro.
That's what
Ajuda os outros
did.
também.
It's probably more
Tá,
accurate to
toma
say
cuidado
the
com
gods
ele.
were like, you know what's better for us? If Technoblade has more content because we buff his opponent.
You know what? Good for both of them.
No, I couldn't accept that. I was going to win this war. whatever the cost. I immediately drank 3 months of mystical mushroom soup and got to work expanded my old potato farm, a project which would take 25 hours over the next couple days. I knew I was playing the game as intended when I realized that the only reason I ever put on one of the strongest armor sets in the game was to use its 3% speed bonus to optimize till and dirt. For the next 2 weeks, I did nothing except eat, sleep, and farm potatoes. There were only 3 interruptions, each of which cost me millions of potatoes. The first was a dentist appointment, and the second was when I had to play in Minecraft Championships.
What do I message him? Was it worth your time losing MCC? It took me 2 hours to lose MCC, but it'll cost you 9 months to lose potato. Okay, relax. Relax. Hello?
Besides that, there was only one other time. I had to go to the store the other day. I had to interrupt my potato farming because my dad was like, hey, can you go to the store and pick up my medicine? And I was like, can I really tell him that I'm not getting his medicine because I need to farm potatoes? Can I really? Look, I'm an atheist, but when God sends me to hell, I want him to hesitate. Okay? I want him to hesitate for a few seconds. But Squid was also farming several hours a day.
It's hilarious.
He found a way to maximize his AFK coverage. He started sleeping with his headphones on and had his goons wake him up via Discord call whenever his ult left his island. As someone with a Discord bot tracking his online activity, I can tell you right now that that man is telling the truth. He was waking up multiple times per night. I don't know why he didn't just use backups like me. He actually revealed to me later on that one of my original goons betrayed me and gave them one of our internal documents. And the list of backup pet users is literally right there at the top of the first page. I have no idea how he missed it. But anyway, Squid logged off an hour and a half.
Wait, explain that to me. I don't understand.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just explain what just happened.
Complaints, like most loyal, trusted patriots. They had a whole document laying out like what their plan was so they could organize a bomb. Like the 6, 7, 8 members, right? One of them gave that document to Squid, which means he should have had the information that he didn't need to keep waking up overnight because he could have just had other people in different time zones. Yeah, it's at the very top of the document.
He should be entering REM sleep just about now. It would be a real shame if someone woke. I didn't actually wake him up because I wasn't sure if intentional sleep deprivation was legally considered torture. So I decided to shelve that strategy. And after sacrificing 2 weeks of my life, I finally reached 500 million potatoes. Squid was shocked.
He's at 499. No, he's not. Dude, that's actually, like, it's not possible. No. It's not. This can't be real.
Squid had been certain that he was right on my tail.
I don't know how far behind I am.
I would be so disappointed if you spent months and 12 hours a day, no breaks. Like, that must be the most soul-crushing thing in the world. I mean, it's potatoes, but still.
I hope, like, all the money, I hope that makes it feel better, you know?
100%.
And yet when I won the war, I had a lead of over 88 million potatoes. How did I do it? It's just as Sun Tzu says, all part of deception. You see, I knew after the second potato war video that things were going to get more difficult from here on in. Because at this point, Squid had a full organization backing him. He had goons, a cabal of billionaires funding his every move, hundreds of stream viewers making constant suggestions on how to farm potatoes more quickly, and reported on my every move. So in this video, I prepared to find the trick. I hid my true potato count. The number shown in my video wasn't edited, but it didn't include the millions of potatoes left uncollected in my minions. I also say that my minions now produce 1.58 million potatoes, but they're actually producing 1.75 million because that doesn't actually boost your minions by 30%. It boosts them by 43%. Why? I don't know, it's probably bugged. And Squid couldn't realize the real number when he got a level 100 rabbit of his own because he was being sabotaged. But the biggest reason my lead expanded by that much was because over those 2 weeks, while Squid averaged 8 hours of farming per day, I averaged 11.
I just can't believe how much he's farming.
That's true. Just saying that Techno is just, like, so focused, baffles them. How, like, just insane he was. He had no breaks.
I swear to God, this Technoblade dude is focused on another level.
Towards the very end, Squid had one of his goons write a program to chart how I was farming by tracking how much experience my elephant pet had. But by then, it was too late. Once I won the war, there was nothing left to do except celebrate my victory with grace and humility.
Oh my God! Steamboat on me. I don't like this. Come on. Was this necessary?
Watch me then, Squid Kid, you lose. The war of the Advents added a temporary Army NPC for the Skyblock Hub, the Potato King. It gave out a new talisman which boosted potato minions by 5%, a basket for the top 1,000 potato farmers, and to me, the Potato Crown. Engraved upon it the words, "All men can see the tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved." Sun Tzu. That NPC is gone now. I took too long to edit this video. I gained a lot from the Potato War. Patience, discipline, carpal tunnel. I guess the ways that I promote Squid's Discord admin to give my alt permission to see into his secret text channels, and then he never used them all year. With the war over, Squid took down his potato minions, and my fields have gone farm. While we were enemies, I still respect Squid Kid. I understand now that it's only with a worthy rival that one can reach their fullest potential. While he may have lost the war, he's gone from 70 subscribers to having tens of thousands of fans. So it can't be said that he's lost completely. For my part, I realize now that rank number 1 isn't an achievement, it's a prison, which forces you to dedicate your life to defending a temporary title.
Dark as hell.
Now,
Well, that was your question. This thing wasn't worth it. You just said, yeah, no. All his videos, you just go, yeah, it wasn't worth it.
the war finally over.
Olha,
I'm
esta
free.
borracha. Nosso cavalo, ela deve estar lá.
It's just that I'm free. Guys, that was amazing. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Tiger Blaze is on another level, and I hope and pray to God that I never make an enemy that even has a modicum of his focus and brilliance.
No.
Oh,
What a... YouTube Premium é o YouTube sem anúncios. E... Eu... YouTube Music Premium, app exclusivo para ouvir música sem interrupções. YouTube Premium.
beautiful people of the internet, I'm Wesley.
Sabine.
This is Wesley. Today, guys, we are reacting to the final installment of Technoblade Skyblock Saga. We are going to be reacting to I Became the Mayor of Skyblock. We're jumping ahead. This is after the Great Potato Wars, which we reacted to as well. So,
Let's go.
let's go.
Sure, I've seen Real War. Respect to the man going back to the simple life.
Enchanted level, like it's 20 super compactors, 20 diamond spreadings, because it's just free money. Get this upgrade. And with this setup, I was making about 242,000 potatoes per day. And this,
Okay, that is industrialization at its finest. Well, actually, that's not. What he's describing is actually closer to something like serfdom. This is, of course, the midi.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Dr. Nettle.
Ali,
So, are we going to discuss the boy becoming a bear?
Yeah, are we?
Not now. We need to repair the protection state and get home.
What happened to the protection state?
You did.
So you're blaming me?
I am not blaming you, Andreas.
Well, tell your voice that.
Say the word, Father.
Ah,
So, lad, besides your gift of language and hearing creatures' thoughts, are there any other new magical abilities to report? Not really.
What of Fenrir?
What about?
When he died, he cast a spell.
No, I didn't.
But I saw it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Check your thimble, Winterlands. See my share.
Elas só se preocupavam com isso?
Oh.
Garotos, homens. Decidir qual blusa combina com qual saia. Que bizarro.
Vamos embora. Vamos.
Great girl.
E se eu disser não?
That's right.
Você sabe o que a sua vida significa? Hã? Fugindo assim, colocando a vida em risco, é uma tremenda idiotice.
Então estamos os dois decepcionados um com o outro.
O que você quer?
Admita que queria se livrar de mim o tempo todo.
O Tommy conhece essa área. Desculpa, acontece que eu confio mais nele do que...
Besteira.
I've never played D&D before, but I've seen Skullfairy Dread. I've never seen a cloud.
Eu não vou me infectar. Eu posso cuidar de mim
Quantas
mesma.
vezes nós quase morremos?
Acho que estamos indo bem até agora.
E agora você vai ficar melhor ainda com Tommy.
Eu não sou ela, sabia?
O quê?
Maria me contou da Sarah.
Ellie. Olha aqui, Ellie, esse assunto é muito delicado.
Sinto muito pela sua filha, Joe. Mas também perdi pessoas.
Você não faz ideia do que é perder.
Todas as pessoas que eu gostava morreram ou me deixaram. Todo mundo... menos você. E não diga que eu ficaria mais segura com outra pessoa, porque na verdade eu só teria mais medo.
Onde você se meteu?
Se afaste. Bom, a casa tá limpa. Vamos voltar para o cavalo. Tá limpo. Quer ajuda pra subir?
Não precisa.
Oh. Oh, I didn't say that. Why did she say it in that tone towards you?
Oh,
okay. Okay, now it makes sense.
You also suck yourself.
Wait, what?
I could. That's why I The octopus begins to float away into space.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Caboose, save me! Can be as good now.
Oh, is he so funny?
I laughed and I released it.
What happened? I released him accidentally.
What's your name?
Pete Nut!
Oh my god! I think I might be related.
Are we related?
Oh, hey,
As crianças vão assistir filmes.
Onde é o laboratório dele?
Fácil. Encontre um restaurante italiano pet friendly com mesa externa perto daqui e envie por mensagem pro grupo.
Ed, desce do cavalo. Devolve ele ao Tony.
Se tem uma chama aí, só começa. 2025 começa agora. Santander.
O que tá fazendo? Sua mulher me assusta.
Yes, believe it or not.
Não quero ela atrás.
She is still
And then there was that weird uncle that no one wanted to talk about. His name was Dean.
Uncle Deez.
Universidade do Colorado.
This nut.
I was talking about this indeed I am.
Fall into a slumber.
No, I've been trying.
What's his name?
You begin to move through. I am going to change your character.
Se você entregar o quarto do festival, quer dar a bola pro outro time?
Oh, Chuckles! I love Chuckles! I want the Chuckles!
Strangers in the woods with no one around. It's not a weird trick. Why would it be a weird trick? Lord's talking about I am a clown that can't take off my flesh gloves. And that guy's wearing the
It's another weird trip.
for that. Hey, this is
It's a normal day.
More beautiful than the dumpster.
I agree.
Oh, that's what that smell was.
Oh,
That's me.
Nenhum desses prédios parece um espelho quebrando.
Vamos voltar para a sede. Já podemos ver
She'll go
mais.
away in a couple of months.
it's gonna be the cloud.
Damages from all the alcohol.
Gideon, who's the last person you killed?
Might have been a clown.
The voice of the last person you killed tells you things about their life no one wants to know.
You know, I had chlamydia. Chuckles, you're a mediocre clown.
Kill Chuckles!
Yes, I accidentally killed you. I'm starting to think that it wasn't an accident. The one thing I'll never forget is the sound of this scream. What is the name? Scream.
I stole
In the terrible house fire at the family reunion.
É esse?
It's known that he haunted me all my days just because I punched him in the body and killed him.
Oh, that's how you died?
What about it? He broke every rib I had. Oh, man.
Quero dizer, vagalume.
Tell you how to keep himself. Gosh, I wish we would fly in hell.
You're flying in hell? You just suffered a bit more and you get it as a reward.
Fique com o cavalo. Vou dar uma
You know what they say? It's good for the robotic acid house. It's good for the hippopotamus, snake, clown, robotic.
Yeah, that's definitely what they say.
Let's go.
Everybody knows that.
No, that's a time for jokes. There's always a time for jokes. Why did the mermaid wear seashells? She grew out of the seashells.
Oh, wow.
I propose that we kill Chuckles.
Leave him alone.
Stop being such a good dude. Oh, concoction.
How to get rid of Chuckles.
If we have time.
You guys don't know how to appreciate Chuckles.
Fine. Take all some of these ingredients. I have no idea what any of this does. Oh, don't I get that up? Use a little bit of honey, a little bit of mustard. Mustard! Let's not be silly.
No, I love mustard. Put it in. It's gonna taste great to the patties.
On the other hand. Mustard can be replaced.
Rika, you begin to feel your body change, and as you get taller, your eyes look towards Gideon, your arch nemesis.
Oh,
So weird.
I am an elder god named Flesh. Oh, no, are you not seeing this? Am I going crazy? No, you're dead. I saw pigs eat flesh.
No, you got eaten with
Oh, no, this is Oh, I watched the whole thing myself. Strawberry bugs. Alcoholism long before I fired. I knew it happened to Clutzy, and when I fucked him, there was Clutzy. What the hell? I didn't think it would happen so soon.
This is what happened to me. Rico's stuck inside of Juggle's mind right now, watching all this happen.
I feel like I wear goblin flesh pretty nice. I can warp it into
is he possessing her?
reanimated clown flesh in a pinch. It actually is quite the easy conversion. This guy. You know what? It's big. Does your green child need a booster seat?
My green child.
Yes, the green child with the very large dog.
No. This is actually a goblin.
The goblin.
It's an adult man.
Why does he look like that?
An adult man that you're looking at. You're looking at an adult man goblin.
Why did they throw up like that?
We'll be damned. I'm actually the eldest of the group.
Oh!
I was wondering why your voice was so low compared to most children. My question still stands. Do you need a booster set?
It's just for short people.
Legions of crowns, if you want to go.
I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't know what he's doing to my fellow short people.
Hear that?
Acho que não.
You're not helping me here. You're not helping me here.
Why are there so many others in your mansion? It's like just my guests. They're in the holes. They look through the holes and they stick things through the holes.
They peeked at us while we were sleeping and changing our clothes.
The floorboards, they took the door off, they looked at us while we were changing.
They tell us they've got a sausage for us, but it's
Oh no, the sausage.
really sauce.
I took a bite of one and it wasn't sausage.
Oh no.
Oh, what was it? It was penis.
Beef spit it out.
Talvez esses caras sejam discretos. Vamos. Tô vendo.
I mean, ask for it. They keep sticking their sausages there.
Fique aí. Mas que tipo de nome é Carlos?
Been going missing. He could be Trilla of the woods. I'm saying Grilla.
I mean, I can hear it. Gorilla. What's the difference?
He goes and she eats children.
The Witch Queen might not show up for the crown.
Yes, and also I think there's gonna be a gorilla.
This person must be so annoyed.
Let's tell you this. Drilla.
I gotta read this one, sorry.
Come on. An alternate world where you're a warrior. It's a king.
I gotta read this one, sorry.
Yeah?
You told us that your town was going to kick you out forever, and you don't even seem upset about that.
They keep asking me to leave, and I didn't leave, and then they were going to tell me to kick out, and then I was going to be kicked out, and I was like, I don't want that to happen.
Why were they going to kick you out?
Because they don't understand the difference between lemons and lemon juice. What? Long story.
Try it.
They had to please tell I want to know what's the difference between lemons and lemon juice. Well, because they didn't understand the difference between lemons and lemon juice. We might have to kick them out if we don't understand the difference between lemon juice.
One is the lemon, and then the other's like a liquid juice. One came from the other. That's the portion.
The juice comes from the lemon, but once you squeeze the juice out of the lemon, it's
artificial cream. It doesn't make any sense. But if you squeeze that lemon and lemon juice together, I wouldn't.
We get flip-flops and take up all your money.
We get a Chuckles war cry, please.
Oh no!
I'm going to commit
No more.
Just 13 Chuckles? I know you can do more.
A war cry. Thing rooting around the library. Oh, horror. You know what that means, don't you?
No, I don't. So horror.
What? This fellow is really hooked on phonics.
Listen.
No, you make it jokes. I bet we can learn something. We'll take all my molar hounds. I'm gonna pull out this camera. Which is oh, yeah, I need a hammer, bitch. That's how silence works, right? No, my magic is feed the short, eat arcade notes and shit.
Think about the part that we learned decision-making framework when we met the Sugondese.
Sugondese?
The Sugondese.
What is your greatest challenge? I already have a joke in mind.
DM leads the fun.
It wasn't too bad a price for me. I thought I was gonna have to become a mind goblin.
What's a mind goblin?
Oh, no.
I don't understand, man. I'm like, first, why would you ask me what's a mind goblin? If you can't articulate what's a mind goblin, you run into that. Like, is that what Glorbo was? Glorbo mind goblin? That's the ultimate.
I'm not crazy. Well, he's not actually crazy. I kind of like him. What's your name, sweetheart?
My name's Peggy and I'm single. She's sexy.
It's that's romantic.
You want me to take my clothes off so you can see what I'm packing? Yes. The man's on.
They call you Peggy.
This guy's since I'm on the money.
This was actually something we could do.
It's awesome. All they can do is nature.
Making faces.
It's what I always say. They can put my clothes back on. They never do.
You got the office, right?
Please try some clothes on. Or crawfish. Crawfish? Who's crawfish?
Oh, God. So, I'm sorry. That's also Carl.
Because she mixes it up and she throws one Carl in and then one Carl in. It's a ladle the broth, and then she scoops out one fish and puts it in Carl in each bowl. Incredibly unlucky. All rolls are at disadvantage, and so are any allies within 20 feet of you.
This whole thing.
Is it like a bad thing when you step on a crack? I don't know. Is it like is it like a bad luck thing?
That Ma chuckle. I can't. So I'm going to go in the monoxide. Don't take it down.
So I'm just gonna confess.
So did any of you ever summer job when you were growing up?
Just one normal breakfast. That's all I want.
It's just a question.
You used to work in a place called Quack Donald. This duck that came in. Slonald was his name. And he would stick his finger in and out of his belly. Pushing up
I'm gonna be sick.
over and over and over again.
This guy seems familiar. This guy seems familiar. I don't know.
Say, is that something familiar? Lolo, do you mean the big and tasty one? No. Big and tasty I paid for college.
Mais infectado, estou bem.
Aqui, vem abrir o portão.
Doesn't want to puff it. Maybe lots of eggs.
Oh, I know which one making puffins.
Totally.
I feel like the muscles.
Keeps bringing water as you know, with human bones, but we should definitely follow the body life. What race jumpers?
I was.
Oh, you're not human anymore. I thought you were still human. Oh, he was hot.
Tenta o portão.
And I was bored.
Você conseguiu!
Pode passar.
It came out like everything.
I hate you, especially when it's illegal.
Você acha que você é um vagabundo?
Always call me Whiskers.
Por que eles teriam infectados tão perto do laboratório?
Eu ajudando com a defesa. Talvez esteja fazendo o mesmo.
Definitely giant spider, duh. She's be reunited with lovely Lois.
Oh my gosh, giant spider. Just choose between Shriek and the whole picture. Powerful, unbothered, or losing both of your legs.
Definitely losing both of my legs. Doesn't matter how I lost them. Definitely just losing my leg. Yes, yes.
Well, that's tough. Cool picture of Budweiser, you fucking psycho. not just a word. It's what friends call rescue.
A dumpling implies the existence of a large dumple. If you put a football-sized dumpling in front of me, dumple, I would eat it.
Será que encontraremos vagalumes vivos?
I'm so confused by that arm. I was like, what the fuck is sticking out there?
Eat it. My office for questions like that.
Also, I have prickling hemorrhoids.
We're addressing this.
Pra trás. Tá, vamos.
Twist, that wasn't a chainsaw.
What the hell was that? Mommy says she wishes she had a dog.
How often did she say that?
Every morning when they get up.
You know, he's so sweet. What do you got?
We got a chili pepper sauce. We have a buttermilk ranch.
Ok, não é o que eu tinha
Mango
planejado.
compote.
Mas é.
We have a mild, medium, and yellow mustard, Dijon mustard, hot mustard, Cajun mustard. Okay. Oh, you want another rest of them? We have a soy sauce. Okay. Berry sauce. Okay. Raspberry jam. Okay. We have raspberry jelly. Okay. Italian sweet. Okay. Thousand knowledge. Okay.
Conseguimos
You
entrar.
know that. You know the weasel you're lizard.
Muito bem.
Cold-blooded.
I'm cold all the time.
Por aí.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're so cute. Means you can't enjoy spicy food. Oh, why not? Yeah, why not?
All the mammals are affected by capsaicin. I know what I'm saying.
Blooded in the evening at Blue Jay Simpson's house.
Oh, God.
These outfits are worth danger now.
Danger now.
Vamos nessa.
Sorry, now.
Jesus.
It was to quit.
Wow.
Oh, we're so dead. I'm all gonna die.
Your eyes from the dance campfire.
What has happened to me? I slap you on the back.
What has happened? We bring the end. The torment.
I will take Briggsy.
Why did their accents change just because they became vampires?
Always last. Torment, cancer break.
Yes. Do you wish to join us in a mortal life?
Particularly.
As to
Still got more than sin.
Hi, thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give a like and subscribe to the channel so you can see more. I also stream live on Twitch, so come join us sometimes. Thank you, and bye!
Something was working out that I wanted to get the hell out of there. You're playing to be an expendable. You read through the paperwork.
I should have read through it.
It's just so long. Hi, YouTube. Welcome again. Today is part 2. Legend of Upon Truth. You all said that I stopped when it was getting more interesting. So here we are, today, watching more.
You still got one of the sandwich?
I don't think he has more.
I'm gonna level with you. I was just gonna tear bits and pieces off it.
Pior que isso. Amanhã eu vou entrar meio-dia, aí sábado e domingo, meio-dia até umas 7, né? Que eu vou estar trabalhando lá no 18. Nossa, eu tô até sem cigarro, o bagulho tá fora. Tem um restinho aqui que o amigo me deixou. E aí na segunda-feira eu vou entrar cedinho, ó, às 9. E aí, terça e quinta também as aulas normal. Que aí quando voltar as aulas, mesmo durante de semestre, de coisa, eu volto a ter umas aulas particular também. Acho que vou dar uma desalavancada boa.
Uhul! Vagalumes! Cura da humanidade aqui? Alguém?
Silêncio até descobrirmos o que está acontecendo.
I don't think
Nada
he
útil.
has more.
Não tem nada
I'm
a
gonna
ver
level
com
with you. I was just gonna tear bits and pieces off it and see how far I can throw it. That's what it is.
Parece que todo mundo usa animais
Oh,
assim
you stupid
expressa.
looking toy right over there.
Talvez nem todos.
Não se afaste.
You take one of these.
Puffballs.
Não tem corpos. Isso é bom, não é?
Se descobrirmos aonde eles foram. Merda!
Então provavelmente são instaladores, certo?
Não, os instaladores não se escondem. Nossa! Pelo menos não são instaladores.
Também não tem vagalumes. Bom, talvez naquela pesquisa todos eles se transformaram em macacos.
Vai procurando, vamos achar algo.